Good morning. It's Johnny Sunshine. Johnny had to find a new spot to sit today. Out here next to my fucking little garden. She's so peaceful. So I woke up this morning. The first thing I read on my phone was that Mike Tyson got his fucking ass beat. What the fuck's wrong in this world? I should be a bookmaker and just whatever I think's gonna happen, go the other fucking way, because Johnny's 0 for 2. I thought Mike was going to go out there and teach this young buck a lesson. And, it's all about the money. It's all about a show. That ranks right up there with wrestling. I don't know. I didn't watch the fight. I was all prepared to watch it. I watched a couple of the undercard fights, and then right after one, I get the Netflix blinks out on me, and it says, "Oh, you need to go back in and reboot it." I was like, "This is a scam. This is a fucking way to get you hooked back up to them. Probably in the fine print, another fucking 15-year contract." So I turned the motherfucker off and went to bed. I'm tired of it. I don't know how many of you guys got that same message, but this is where we live. The crooks are in charge, so be careful. Who owns Netflix? Amazon? That fucking little crooked, wimpy little prick. Something wrong with these people who have so much money. My eyes are killing me. It's nice and cold today. I'm sitting here in my fucking underwear and a sweatshirt. That was a good one. I have goosebumps on my legs. I just shit my pants. And it's all good in the hood, man. So I rented out my Airbnb for the whole fucking month of January to an Amish couple. Can you imagine me hanging out with Amish people for a month? I just hope they bring the elephant ear fucking recipe. But why are you trying to get in the picture all the time? Give me kisses. Oh, you're getting bit by the star. You want to be a YouTube star, huh? Get over here. Oh, there. Say hello, Fluffy. Fluffy, what's up, man? What up, big dog? See, I didn't even take the plywood down. Stay in here, you guys. Let's see what can Johnny bitch about today. Ain't got much to bitch about, man. I know that my house is looking probably the worst on the whole street. I gotta get busy, man, but I'm just fucking exhausted with this shit. I feel like I've been working 7 days a week for the last fucking 2 months, man. My balls are getting bigger. Fucking Johnny Blue Balls. Fucking thanks a lot, sweetie, for moving the fucking New York. Pretty safe to say I can write off fucking January to February. Fucking Mr. and Mrs. fucking Dumpling are showing up. No chance for Johnny to meet a beautiful woman. I'm learning with this, these people are fucking, you gotta have a really strict policy for cancellation because these people play with you. This one woman, she's calling, she texts me, and you gotta respond to these things because it affects your rating. So she calls, she's like, hey, you know, I'm trying to book this certain dates, and I texted her back. I said, yeah, I don't book anything over 90 days in advance. So I open it up for her because she's very interested in coming in a part of my calendar that is closed. I open it up for her. She's like, well, she emails me back and I have to respond to this. Well, I'm still not sure what dates with. I'm looking for a cheap flight. And I was like, honey, you're fucking done. I don't want you here at this point, you cheapskate, Republican. Anyways, so fucking Mr. and Mrs. Dumpling fucking slid in there and took all of the dates she was fucking looking for. So how do you like me now, motherfuckers? Fucking the early bird gets the motherfucking guest house. So she gone, man. So I'm really interested to see how many of you guys got the same message from Netflix last night, that there was a problem. You know, you gotta go back in and re-sign in with your password and all this shit, man. I just turned it off. It's a gorgeous day. It literally is nice and cool, man. I don't know what temperature it is. My humidity and temperature gauge that I had on the lanai, one of the amigos blew it off the wall with a fucking pressure cleaner and shattered it into 35 pieces. So it's up to this. I'm gonna say 64 degrees. The relative humidity is, well, it's relative. Anyways, this is what I'm drinking out of today. What's it say? A purring machine. That's me, a purring machine. Oh, wow. I had a good week, guys. It was a lot of fun for me to do that. Although my knees were really hurting, it's a lot of fun to do that job, that repipe. I've done 4 or 5 repipes, man, in the last few months. Which is strange because I haven't done a repipe in literally, I don't know, man, 15, 20 years, but now they're coming. It's a challenge. You got to be creative. You have to, you know, I know how a house is built. I really do. I know where there should be lumber, wood, where you can sneak a pipe through, and that all comes, you know, comes in handy when you're repiping. That one yesterday was a real challenge, trying to save, you know, being a 2-story, trying to save half of the system. These guys, man, they just get up every morning and they fight. and they're just so happy, man. These two dogs are in love with each other, man. They lay on the floor, and they just love each other, man. I can learn a lot from these dogs. Gussie's very, he just lets her, you know, chew on his face. He's like, there's a price to pay for that, Punani. The Punani. Just let her do what she wants to do, man. Oh, Belle. Bella's a screamer. She's a screamer. Watch these guys. Get Gussie. Better get Gussie. Where's Gussie? Get him. Gussie, you are a big, you're a heavy dog, man. You hurt my legs. He pushes me all over the fucking place, this guy. Uh-oh, oh, fucking Johnny Nutshot. Sorry, guys. I got a booger hanging. I feel like I got some boogers, man. I got a little... How we looking? It's the little things in life. And I had a great time at Mr. Tequila's last night, man. Johnny is very generous with his money. That's why when I sell this place, I need to make sure I buy another fucking house immediately, because I'll just give it all away, man. I gave the motherfucking mariachi band a $50 tip, man. 50 bucks. Just because I thought, wow, man. The joy that they gave me. And the joy in their faces and just people enjoying life, you know. I gave the Kamala Harris campaign way more than that, and I got no joy out of that whatsoever. But like Trump winning and Tyson losing, go figure. My man Walt Washington down there, he's a great guy, and he taught me a very important lesson last night on his video. He said something about, you know, I don't rig shit, and he used a couple of choice words to describe that type of work. He said, I don't rig stuff, man. He said, I'm a professional. I'm a licensed contractor. He said, I fix things the way they're supposed to be fixed. And in this environment where people don't have the money to fix things, it's easy to fall into that trap of, you know, rigging shit. You know what I mean? Getting out of there cheap, not really doing what you're supposed to do, leaving it in a professional manner. That was a very important lesson for me. Thanks, Walt. I needed to hear that. But he wanted to know who we thought was going to win the fight, and I chose Tyson. And he came back he responded to my comment and said, yeah, he says, I hope we're on the right side of history with this one, because we both voted for the fucking loser in the presidential election. But Walt, my message to you is, brother, we are still on the right side of history. We are the resistance. So just because we lost that election doesn't mean that we're on the wrong side of history. History will show that Donald Trump is a tyrannical He goes against everything. He is the antithesis of our Constitution. Just look at the misfits he's fucking putting. He wants to empower in this country. Walt, you're a good man. You're doing your thing. And he caught some heat from his subscribers when he stepped out of fucking line, you know, and spoke his mind about the election, which he has a right to do. And of course, the right wing came at him hard. But he's a good man and a strong man, and he was like, fuck you. Let me just give you directions on how to fucking unsubscribe, if that's how you feel. But, Walt, we're still on the right side of history, buddy. This story isn't over yet. And I know that we're on the right side of history. Now, when it comes to Tyson and this fucking goofball fucking YouTube guy, Chris Paul is a fucking... He's good at what he does, man. Kid's making all kinds of money. He's a bullshitter. He started out on YouTube, and you got to give him credit for that. And the kid can fight, you know, a little bit. But I thought Mike Tyson was gonna give him a fucking spanking out there, man. Like, I was thinking, Mike probably knows this. He's got to kill this guy within 3 rounds, you know. When I was younger, man, if I didn't beat the hell out of you in like fucking 90 seconds, I was done. So I made it hurt. And, but anyways, this is the world we live in. The grass is blue and the sky is green. What you're seeing on the screen is choreographed, unfortunately, and it's all about the money and the payday. And Mike Tyson and this kid, they have history. Like, Mike's known this kid since he was a little baby. Look into it. He's like family with Mike Tyson. And this was a scheme, and it worked. He got paid. And it was also, you know, you get nothing for nothing in this world. Amazon, I mean Prime, I don't know what the story was with that. All of a sudden now it's been working right up to right before the fight, and all of a sudden now I gotta go in and, you know, add a bunch of information. My new credit card, update my credit card. Yeah, fuck all that. Johnny turned it off. I turned it off and went to bed and slept like a fucking baby, man. The fajitas and fucking refried bean farts all night. Yeah, man, it was fucking great. I came home with all that food that I had left over. I made Bella a fucking fajita taco. Wrapped that fucker up and handed it to her, put it in her mouth. She's like, what the fuck do I do with this? It's like, you eat that motherfucker. Gussie too. Made him a taco. I had 3, I said corn tortillas. I don't like corn tortillas. I like flour tortillas. But I had 3 flour tortillas. I made myself another fajita, and gave the rest to the dogs, and they ate everything out of that. They ate the chips. They ate fucking everything in that box, man. And it was a nice night, man. I had a great time over there. Just the energy from these Mexican people who I've read. I don't know where it was, but I read that Mexican people, they did some studies, and they said that Mexican people are the happiest people in the world. The happiest people in the world. And I believe that. And it just warmed my heart to see that young Mexican kid stand up and sing a song off of his, reading the words off of his phone, and participate. It takes balls to do that, man. And I got mucho fucking respect for that kid. And it just warmed my heart. They're just so different than this picture that Donald Trump paints of them. You saw that whole crew of guys, young Mexican guys, working. All them guys in them yellow shirts, they all work for the same remediation company. And if they get deported, you people whose houses have been flooded, look at who's doing the fucking work. It ain't fucking Ricky Redneck. It's a bunch of hard-working people who came to this country looking for a better life. It ain't them big, fat, slobby fucking rednecks, you know, who just, yeah. So I feel them, man. Discrimination sucks in any form, whether you're a black person being discriminated against, whether you're LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ, Mexican, Latin, anybody in this world who has dark skin is looked at, people look at them and the first thing they think is, wow, that's a black person, that's one of them. Yeah. Fucking guy could be a goddamn brain surgeon for all you know. Discrimination sucks, and unfortunately Donald Trump has brought it out of the closet, out of the shadows, and it's actually, you know, it's happening all over the place, man. Hate crimes are on the rise because people are emboldened, man, to wear their fucking racism on their sleeve now. They got a pass. I don't know why, you know, I don't want to get into the numbers and who voted for Donald Trump, but why women, it just doesn't make sense to me. Just like that fucking Mike Tyson fight against RuPaul. What the fuck's his name? Is that his name? RuPaul? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to spit right on your forehead, ma'am. So I gotta get busy, man, but I really don't want to do it. I'll be honest with you, man. My mouth is saying one thing, and my motherfucking heart is saying, don't go out there and rake up an acre of grass, man. It's a lot. My fucking, my guy gets up early in the morning and goes to work, Jack, 7 days a week. So I can't even grab him and say, hey, I need you today. But he's doing, remodeling a whole house for somebody. He's got tile experience. You know, he's in his 40s, man. He's done everything. And they do a good job, man. But he's got full-time work. He said he's going to be around for a long time, so thinking of putting him on a bus and sending him to Ron DeSantis' house. What do you think? So guys, if you know this reed pipe, running the pipes down the wall on the outside, it just would have been a fucking disaster to do it any other way. With the timeline, when they needed to get this place back in order, you know. She had people coming in on Friday, yesterday, and their reservations could be, I don't know how she's got her shit set up, but they could be a year old, man. So she's got to deliver, you know, and you can't fucking tear the place apart. People show up and, you know, you got fucking holes in the ceiling. Came out okay. I would have liked to put the metal channels on the outside. I could have made that look really nice and straight. Put a laser level. I've got a laser level. I'm a little disappointed in that thing. The beam is not very strong. I mean, it's really tough to even see it outside. But I would have liked to clean it up and cover some of that shit. Didn't have to do all of it, you know. But I've got those, I had those channels made up. The 1-for-1 pipe has got a very low profile. The 1-for-2 pipes is pretty big. And that was because I wanted to be able to insulate the hot. But the runs are so short for the hot. I mean, literally, there's only like 4 feet of hot pipe on the outside of the house that's exposed to the exterior. So, it wasn't a concern, but he wanted to save money. Those channels were not cheap. I spent, I don't know, $700 having those made up. And I'll use them eventually. I gotta find a tool that can just by hand pop holes instead of having to drill them in that channel. I don't know, it's pretty heavy gauge stuff. It was the lightest gauge that they actually sell there. Hey, Bella, be careful. We like birds in this fucking place, yeah. We don't like shooting them just for fun. Show how fucking much of a man you are. Anyways, guys. It's November. I had a great month on YouTube. My Airbnb is up and running, bringing in money, at least double what Nate was paying me. And no, I did not do that on purpose. I was fine with Nate being here, but, you know, the scale was, it was just more and more things. The way he lived and the way he takes the path of least resistance, you know. If something falls in his parking space, like a big branch, he won't move it. He won't clean it up. He'll just find another parking space, you know. That's just how he is, man. He is, takes the path of least resistance in life, and that's how you end up in the position he's in at this age of his, 50 years old. I don't want to spill too much about his life, but there ain't a whole lot going on there. And he needs to get right. So my sister is fucking pissed at me for doing that to her son, her baby. That's the thing with family. They get cliquey, man, you know? So now he's over at her house. Her 50-year-old son just moved back in. Really? You don't need to be mad at me. You need to be mad at him. That's all I can tell you. So I want to give a shout out to my girl, Joanne. She's she's a special person in my life. She's in Rhode Island. She's always posting on my channel. I never respond. But Joanne, I know you're out there, kiddo. I love you. We grew up together in South Providence. And she's sent me a couple of things. I didn't get it yet, but she sent me some stuff from Amazon. Very nice things from the heart, you know, to make me feel better. She's a sweet person. Maybe Maybe I can get you on my fucking Airbnb for a week. You can come visit. It just needs to be a round trip ticket. That's all I'm saying, yo. I'm kidding. Don't be offended. But you gotta go home after a week. So things are getting back to normal here. There's still a lot of things to clean up, but I can tell you that we're over the hump. We're more than halfway to where we need to be. You can't buy fencing, and I can't fix my fence until I get all this shit cleaned up out there. But I'm gonna call the guy that I bought the fence from. From what I understand, my fence is 6-foot board, 4-inch board on board, dog ear cypress. Cypress is really good shit. It lasts for a long time. It's literally 20-25 years old. But you can't get cypress anymore, man. So I'm gonna have to go with something that's not as good, and it might not look the same, but it is what it is. I probably need to buy not many. I need more 4x4s than I need sections of fence, but I probably need 10 sections max, and 4x4s. 4x4s used to be cheap. I need 10 footers, not 10 footers. I mean, I buried those posts 8 feet in the, 30 inches in the ground. Every post had to be 30 inches in the ground. So 30, yeah, I think 8 footers did it. Because of the way the top cord on the fence is, you know, you have fence that runs up past it. So I think 30 inches worked on an 8-foot. I could bury it 30 inches in the ground and put the 6-foot fence on that with that top cord just lining up with the top of the 4x4. So I got to get my fence fixed, because Gussie likes to the first thing he did this morning was made a beeline for the back and right out the fence. He does stay on. I worry about him. He's not as smart as Bella. Yeah, Bella's listening to me. As soon as I said her name, she looked right in my eyes. Gussie, you know, I worry about him like my brother, who I named him after. Very accident prone, man. This guy, my brother Gus, by the time he was 21, man, he had already used up his 9 lives. And it caught up to him. But can anybody tell me what that shit is they put on your fingernails when you get your nails done? You know, that gel shit? Because I gotta tell you, man, my fucking toenails are like growing like they're nuclear, you know? I mean, every 30 fucking days I gotta go in with a put my fucking mask on so I don't take some shrapnel in the fucking eye and trim these doggies, man. Tough being a fucking... Mikey said something, you know, Mikey Pike says he's your favorite fucking YouTube personality. Well, I just gotta tell you, Jack, I got a notice yesterday. I was a little surprised, but they want me to be on the cover of the Sexiest Man in the World calendar. Yep. Crazy, man. It's crazy what this YouTube brings into your life. Can you imagine me on a calendar? In my underwear? Bella's like, don't do it. Don't do it. They'll laugh at you. Cheers, guys. That's it, man. What time is it? Oh, shit, 34 minutes. Guys, look at this. That about sums up my life. A big fucking mess. Hey, can you keep it moving? I got my dogs out here. That was a joke. They don't like me anymore. They now walk their dog on the other side of the tracks because of Gussie. Gussie's not the aggressive one, man. It's their dog on that big long leash. I know better. You're not the bad ones. You're the only fucking dogs who are truly domesticated. Yeah. When they put you on the leash, they don't let you socialize. Poor fucking dogs living out a goddamn life sentence with these people on the end of a fucking rope. What kind of life is that? Betty, you got shit in your eyes. You want me to clean it? What are they doing over there? Are they causing trouble? Look, they just stand at the end of our driveway and they wonder why Gussie barks. Look at Gussie. He's fucking pinned on that motherfucker. Look at him. Gussie's like, get the fuck out of my goddamn neighborhood. Gussie, what's he doing? Gussie's like, I'll put the beat down on that little fucking dog. I will put the fucking beat down on him. He don't know who he's fucking with. I'm a legit heavyweight, man. Legit. Just cause my ears don't stand up, motherfucker, that don't mean nothing. Watch him, Gussie. Look at Bella. Hey, Bella. Bella, look at me. Hey, Bella, watch. Come in. Hey, oh, get in here. Stay here. Hey, sit. She's like, what the fuck's that mean? I haven't trained these dogs to do anything but attack. Bella, get him! Good girl. Her hair went up, everything. Do not come to my house, motherfuckers. That's all I can tell you. Have a great day.